My bad, y'all. It was a little situation that happened. But yeah, pretty much I just want to get back down to nitty gritty to the point. Pretty much, man, and this is why the Most High House shot to like pretty much shout out to brother sent me first one, right? Because he said it perfectly. To know how our people act or the nature of our people, you have to know the conduct and the nature of women and children. That's why we're akin to it, man. Because even today I had a little rough day, but even like over my years having like working with children for like a decade, like I've been working with children for a decade. Especially when you're new, whatever nonprofit, after school pro, whatever dynamic you're working with children, they're going to because they're not familiar with you, they're going to try you, they're going to buck you, and that's really what it is too. And it's the same. That's why we're kin to children. That's the same thing that we did to that, and that's how we didn't really. The Most High House had to reintroduce himself when we were in Egypt because we didn't know them. That's why Joshua says, "Listen, put all the other gods in the you served in Egypt, put them lead them on that side." That's why in that dynamic again. That's why even that dynamic with men, like like what do you think the dynamic comes from when brothers with men, no matter really the other nationality. I mean, what nationality is, it's like, listen, don't compare me to other men that you've been with, because I'm not them. So where do you think that dynamic comes from, man? So yeah, man, and that's really what it was. So that's how we know. Also, too, like Pharaoh, like it says in Acts, was akin to the serpent. That's another video for another day. I want to talk about that, but yeah, man, that's why Most High House had to reintroduce himself to us, and that's how that's why I'm going on, buddy. That's why whenever you're new, especially with children, they're going to buck you. They're going to try. They're going to try. They're going to buck you. That's why. And that's what we did pretty much with the Most High House in the wilderness, coming out of Egypt, man. And that's why, man, because they weren't as familiar with you. So even it's just, and it's also too, it's a balance thing, nuance thing, because like as the saying goes, you can walk and chew gum, because like they said, familiarity breeds contempt. Because you know what it is too, even in the world, even naturally, man. It be like, the saying, like, it be your own people, man. Because a lot of times too, like, and I talk about this with a lot of people. Like, it's more than likely, man. Like, honestly, it not with every situation, not with everybody, because everybody's dynamic different. But more than a lot of times too, it's gonna be a stranger that you don't know that's gonna be more honest and or more faithful to you, more stick by you, rather than sometimes even your own people, even your own loved ones, man. Because that's what that familiarity breeds contempt. So, because listen, man, we always gave them, out of every nation, man, we always gave the Most High House at the hardest time, man. Because we're like, listen, because he said, listen, you're the only people that have known. So like with that, you're all we gave him the hardest time. But I'm not saying the other nations did it, because he don't even really fool with them like that, honestly. Well, he fools with those that believe on him, no matter what nation it is. So that's what it is. But anyway, yeah, man. But this, just like honestly, man, children are gonna try it. They're gonna bug you, especially when they're not familiar with you. So and that's why, just like even the same thing with a woman, right? Like she's going to but here's the difference between the natural man and the Most High House shot. Because listen, if it's natural, a shout out to brother sent me first of all for saying this, because this, I'm pretty sure this happened with y'all brothers, man. Y'all got to know a woman, and she's going to try you just to see if you're a real man or not. To see if you she might say something slick or do something, but you gotta check it immediately. It doesn't even always bad. You don't have to lash out, raise your voice, or it doesn't have to be all something that's that it gets you really upset, out of that. Yeah, pretty much it had to be all overt, and it could be subtle type of check, listen, but listen, just don't do that anymore. That would not be tolerated, something like that. But any type of disrespect, something like that, because she's gonna try you. But but see, that's the difference between the Most High and your house shot. They already solidified, whether you come correct or not. So that's just what it is. But yeah, man, I just wanted to go because I was thinking about that, because even though I'm still kind of getting familiar with them. But even after, familiarity breeds contempt. Because even after sometimes you get to be familiar with some, children, or a woman after the time. Listen, that's on them, man. Because at the end of the day, people gonna do what they want to do, man. Because that's what it is. Just our people. Just like Israel. Then we do throughout our history, even to this day, what we wanted to do. That's not an indictment of the Most High house. That's on us. Cause you listen, man. You could like you could. That's why Sirach 15 is very important. He said, listen, if you be willing, like to keep my commandments, and hey, but if you don't, then hey, that's fine. That's just what it is, though. But yeah, man, just know that, man. Children are going to especially when they aren't familiar with you, they're going to try you. Like that has happened all throughout my 10 years. During my time working with children, but also too, like let me say this too, because it's a similar thing. Like when we were in Egypt, and coming out the wilderness, man, and going to a promise in Egypt. But you have certain times, you have certain children that just cleave to you instantly. Like you say, they just like, I don't know something about him. I just really like Mr. Such and Such. I like Miss Such and Such. But like because I had children like that with me. Like I'm pretty sure your brothers just said, I like Mr. Omar things, and they immediately. That's like a Moses, Joshua, Caleb. They just immediately heard the word and had faith in the Most High house, or like even on the natural tip, working with children, they immediately just listen to you because like they saw something about you, like, okay, wow, I like him. So this is what it is. I just wanted to come back with a quick thoughts on that, man, because I just really felt like yeah, man, it's all about looking at things in the Most High house, acknowledging them in all your ways and looking at things spiritually, man. But hopefully it's edifying, man. So peace.